Hello everyone, it is the release day of Battlebond, the new set for Magic the Gathering, and not just any set. It is jokingly by a lot of players called Commander Masters, Commander, something like that. And there's a reason for that. There's a lot of stuff that functions with multiplayer. Right. Let us take a look. Forge an unbreakable bond in battle. Recruit a trusted partner and fight back to back, claw to claw, or shoulder to tentacle for glory. And the roar of the crowd. Work together to triumph over the competition and stand beside the greatest champions of Valor's Reach Stadium. Yes, so this is a completely new plane. And yeah, it focuses totally on team combat in the arena. And it really reminded me of the old Onslaught block, where Ixidor and his beloved Naivia were fighting as a team against Phage. Because that was their job. Right, so what do we have here? A whole booklet, well, actually, this is the outside of the box. Some explanation on formats. Right. What do we have? Useless piece of cardboard. And a very unhandy booster box. I really prefer the other ones, because I'm going to take them out anyway. Right, Battlebond. Now I have seen a couple of videos online, and from the looks of it, the rares are in front. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how to do this, but I'm guessing... right, okay. So the back is there. Right, so the first two are junk, a token and a plains. Then I'm guessing it was 4 or something. Well, 3 for the uncommon and a rare. And this means we have a foil, because I did 4 and there's still an uncommon here. So we get a foil. Oh, right. And then there was another thing I forgot. Right. The rare is usually over there. But because we have a foil, it's probably over there. Such a hassle. Decorated champion. Alright, let's skip the commons. Right, oh, wait a minute. This is one of the partner cards. And we did get a foil, the Grotesque Mutation. So we get Toothy, the imaginary friend, and Pear, the imaginative rascal. Right. So, yeah, the rest is not really... Alright, so let's get the foil over there. Oh, this is such a mess. Right, for 3 we get a 1/1. It partners with Toothy, the imaginary friend. If one or more counters would be put on a permanent your team controls, that many plus 1 of each of those kind of counters are put on that permanent instead. And Toothy is a 1/1 for 4. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Toothy, imaginary friend. When Toothy leaves the battlefield, draw a card for each +1/+1 counter on it. So you see, they really work well together. And if you're playing Commander and you want Pear, the imaginative rascal, as your commander, you can also choose to partner it with Toothy. So you'll have a green-blue commander deck with 2 commanders. How very neat. Right. What do I want from this set? Well, the Planeswalkers, actually. The partner Planeswalkers. I really like them. I don't know if they are going to be any good, but I just like them. Right, island and a zombie. So that's 4, 1 over there. Alright, there we have it. Huh. So it doesn't really work like that. Nixathid. For 3, a 7/7. And when it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. It gets -1/-1 for each card in the chosen player's hand. Cool. Oh, look at that art. Nimbus Champion. Very cool. Right. Oh. Right, I'm going to switch this up a little bit. Because I'm not very fond of the whole setup. Right, and I'm not really fond of all the silly booster things, so I will just skip it and go right ahead. Warrior, Swamp, and Apocalypse Hydra. And I throw everything underground. Oh, it's going pretty well. Right, it's an 0/0 creature for X, red and green. It enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, it enters the battlefield with an additional X on it. And for 2 mana, remove a +1/+1 counter and it deals 1 damage to any target. Right. And some commons and stuff. Now, you may be wondering, why did they put the rare and the token and the land and the uncommons all in front of the booster? Well, that's because they have a new printing partner. And that's actually a company in Japan. And Japanese boosters are usually like this. So, yeah, there you have it. Alright, Foil Forest, very cool. Play of the game for 8 mana. We have a sorcery with assist, and another player can pay up to 6 of this spell's cost. Exile all non-land permanents. Cool. A Spectral Searchlight, alright. Blaze! Hey, I didn't know Blaze was back. I didn't really see much of the spoiler of the set, so I only know a couple of the rares and mythics and such, but not too much. I know the pricey cards, and that's about it. Right, so we have Spirit, Plains, and we have the Victory Chimes. For 3 we get an artifact, untap Victory Chimes during each other player's untap step. And then for tap, a player of your choice adds colorless. Nice, so it can be yourself or anyone else. That's pretty cool. Right, another partner card, an uncommon partner. And there is his partner. Right. So yeah, there are 36 boosters in this box and 15 cards each as usual. Right, we get Virtus the Veiled, which is a legendary. Partners with Gorm the Great. It has Death Touch. It's a 1/1 for 3. And when it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life rounded up. Oh, nice. And Gorm the Great. Vigilance, it's a 2/7 for 4, and Gorm the Great must be blocked if able, and Gorm must be blocked by 2 or more creatures if able. Right, and as you can see, and we already saw that with the other one, if you have one card that partners with another card, you'll automatically get both of them in your booster. So that's pretty nice. So that can really up the amount of rares you'll get from a box. And that's good. That's really, really good, I think, in my opinion. And I don't really know what the ratio is for partner cards in a box. I haven't seen any other boxes, just some pack openings. So, right, we have the last one standing. For 3, we get a sorcery. Choose a creature at random, then destroy the rest. Ugh, random. I really don't like random for stuff that's already in play. But yeah, I guess you should just make it work. If you have a whole bunch of tokens. Right, we get a Newsgraph Mob For 6 we get a 0/0. It enters the battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever a player casts a spell, remove a +1/+1 counter from Newsgraph Mob. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Right, some more of those. I don't know if there are any common partners. Maybe there are. I don't know. I've just seen some uncommons, rares, and of course the mythics. Warrior Island and Zindersplit's Judgment. It's a sorcery for 5, and for each player choose friend or foe. Each friend creates a token that's a copy of a creature they control, and each foe returns a creature they control to its owner's hand. Cool. That's pretty fun. That's what I said. Is this more likely to be... oh wow, this is a downshift from a rare. No, it's an uncommon. Back in Torment, this card was printed. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, like I said, this set is called Commander Masters for a reason by people. No, it's not the official name, obviously. Ah, nice! Oh, the Arena Rector! Oh, this was one of the cards that was on my wanted list. Oh, I love it. This is one of the more expensive cards, if not the most expensive card of the set. For 4 mana we get a 1/2. Basically, it searches for stuff. When it dies, you may exile it, and if you do, search your library for a Planeswalker card. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Oh, I'm very, very happy with that. And again, some stuff. Right. What else do we have? Goblin Race Runners. For 4 mana we get a 3/4. And for 2 you can sacrifice a land. Put a +1/+1 counter on Goblin Race Runners. At the beginning of your end step you may have Goblin Race Runners deal damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it to target player or planeswalker. Right. And more stuff. I'm going to skip the comments from now on. That became a whole lot easier with the new packing order. Guafa Hazid, the Profiteer. I didn't know he was in the set either. Right, this is a 2/2 for 3. I used to have a commander deck with this one. For 2 you can put a bribery counter on target creature you don't control. Its controller draws a card. And creatures with bribery counters on them can't attack or block. Very cool card. Usually in a very nasty control deck. We have a foil shock with the Kaladesh, with the Ether Revolt art. Very cool. And we have Greater Good. That's not too bad either. Greater Good is a very good card. For 4 we get an enchantment. Sacrifice a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Then discards 3 cards. That's a very cool thing to have. Well, oh, we haven't seen any of the rare land cycle either. Oh well, speak of the devil. Spire Garden enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. And then it taps for either red or green. And this is from a cycle from all the allied colors. And I really like them. Those are some gorgeous lands. I didn't really like the art for the red and green one, but I really like some of the others. A little bit modern, but still. Ragna the Redeemer. For 6 we get a 4/4 flying. At the beginning of each end step, if your team gained life this turn, create 2 1/1 white warrior creature tokens, and it partners with Krav the Unredeemed, which is this guy. For 5 we get a 3/3. And if you pay 1, you can sacrifice X creatures. Target player draws X cards and gains X life. Put X +1/+1 counters on Krav the Unredeemed. Right. Very nice. And I really like the art like this. The crowd goes wild. Woo! Yeah, very sweet. Well, we're almost halfway through. It really... Oh, aim high is our foil. And we get a Mind Blade Render. For 2, we get a 1/3 creature. Whenever your opponents are dealt combat damage, if any of that damage was dealt by a warrior, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. And we still haven't seen the foil rare or mythic yet. So that's a good sign. It's a very, very good sign. Vigor. For 6 mana we get a 6/6 trample. If damage would be dealt to another creature you control, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. When Vigor is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Oh, nice! Chain Lightning. Oh, I really needed some of those. So, yeah, I'll be needing 2 more now. Thank you for a playset. Please. Sentinel Tower. For 4, we get an artifact. Whenever an instant or sorcery is cast during your turn, Sentinel Tower deals damage to any target equal to 1, plus the number of instants and sorcery spells cast before that spell this turn. Oh, nice! Oh, this is nice against Storm. Oh, this is an awesome card. I really love it. Gang up. Whew. Alright. Oh, let's just punish those Storm decks. Archon of Valor's Reach, a 5/6 for 6 mana, flying, vigilance and trample. When it enters the battlefield, choose artifact, enchantment, instant, sorcery or planeswalker. Players can't cast spells of the chosen type. Ho-ho! Oh, that is nice. That is very nice. And see, they didn't choose creatures, so you can still attack and stuff. Oh, that's very, very cool. Imagine playing against blue. Just, instant. Take that, counters. Alright, and we have our foil rare here. Evil Twin. That's like the least wanted card, I guess. Right, for 4 we get a 0/0. You may have Evil Twin enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it gains for 2 mana tap. Destroy target creature with the same name as this creature. And we have a doubling season! Woo! Alright, so this is the, this is the redeeming card of the booster. Let's just say that. Doubling season, awesome reprint. Desperately needed. It's an enchantment for 5, and if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. If an effect would put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, it puts twice that many of those counters on that permanent instead. Now this is something I'm very happy with. Now 2 very good cards. Cheering Fanatic, that's how I feel right now. Yeah! Oh, couldn't be any better right now. Well, it can, but... Well, 2 mythics so far, so good. Excellent cards. Core Spirit Dancer. For 2 we get a 0/2 and it gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. And whenever you cast an aura spell, you may draw a card. Spell Snare. Oh, it's been reprinted as well. Oh, that's very nice. I love that. Right, we're halfway. About halfway, so let's take a look what we get. War's Toll. Oh, this is such a nasty card. For 4 mana we get an enchantment. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, tap all lands that player controls. If a creature an opponent controls attacks, all creatures that opponent controls attack if able. Very nasty card. Seedborn Muse! Wow, that's a pretty good card to have. Wow, this booster box is turning out pretty well. So for 5 mana we get a 2/4. Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. That's a really good card. If you don't know that, I'll just tell you. It's a very good card. Huh. Right. Warrior Forest and a Mystic Confluence. Oh, another good card. For 5 we get an instant. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Return target creature to its owner's hand or draw a card. I believe that's actually one of the cards from an older Commander set that's actually in demand. So I'm really happy with that one as well. 4 cards that are awesome, excellent, great, and some more cool cards. Mycosynth Lattice, another cool mythic. It's an artifact for 6, and all permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells, and permanents are colorless. Players may spend mana as though it were mana of any color. Cool. So, yeah. And we're not even done yet. So we have 3 mythics now. 3, I believe, yeah. Right, Korvath's Fury. Sorcery for 5. For each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend discards all cards from their hand, then draws that many cards plus 1. Korvath's Fury deals damage to each foe equal to the number of cards in their hands. Nice. Swords to Plowshares. Always a good card. Bit overprinted by now in every single specialty set, apparently, but still it's a good card. Right, Together Forever. For 2 we get an enchantment. When Together Forever enters the battlefield, support 2. And for 1, choose target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn... Well, apparently the camera couldn't handle all the excitement anymore, so I don't know where I was. Let's start over. Together Forever. For 2 mana, it enters the battlefield, support 2. Choose target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn, return that card to its owner's hand. Trumpet Blast, an uncommon. Well, that's a silly thing. It's a waste of an uncommon slot. Well, alright. We get a foil charging Rhino, and we have Najila, the Blade Blossom. Oh, for a moment I thought it was a Planeswalker, but what is this? I don't know her. For 3 mana we get a 3/2. Whenever a warrior attacks, you may have its controller create a 1/1 white warrior creature token that's tapped and attacking. And for 5 mana, 1 of each color, so that means this is a 5-color commander. Untap all attacking creatures. They gain trample, lifelink, and haste until end of turn. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Woo, nice. Activate this ability only during combat. That's a pretty cool card. I like that. Alright. So, does that mean we have seen all of the cards now? Or all of the mythics? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, Morphic Pool. Another one of these lands for blue and black. Very cool. Right. Alright, Virtus Maneuver. For 3 we get a sorcery. For each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend returns a creature card from their graveyard to the hand, and each foe sacrifices a creature they control. Alright, another Blaze. Alright. Ooh! Well, it's the emblem of one of the Planeswalkers. Is this a good sign? I don't know, is it? No, it's not. Tidespout Tyrant. For 8 mana we get a 5/5 flying, and whenever you cast a spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. It's a Jin. Very cool. Alright. We get another foil Swords to Plowshares. I've got another one from a previous box opening. So, yeah. Diabolic Intent for 2. Oh, that's oh, nice. Diabolic Intent. Whew. Wow. Took a while for me to realize. As a sorcery, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature and then search your library for a card and put it into your hand. That's a very cool card as well. Very old from Plane Shift. Back in the days. Right, we have 4 boosters left. Let's go out with a bang. It's already a great box, but still. Mind's Eye. Yes, I needed one of those. Oh, that's nice. I only had one of these, and people were always trying to build decks, and everyone wanted a Mind's Eye, but I only had one. Now I have 2. Haha. Right, it's an artifact for 5, and whenever an opponent draws a card, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. I forgot it was in this set. I did see it in the spoilers, but I totally forgot. Alright, 3 boosters to go. So far, this set has been pretty amazing. It's really, really, really great. Angelic Chorus. Okay, for 5 mana we get an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to its toughness. Almost done. Another mythic, the Brightling. Alright, I've read about this one. This is one of the Morphling cycle from Urza's Saga. What started in Saga, we had Morphling, then we have the Thornling in Planar Chaos, I believe. There was a red one, which I don't remember what the red one was. Was that from Lorwyn block or something? And now we have the white one. We only missed the black one. For 3 mana we get a 3/3, and it can do a couple of things. The first one is gains Vigilance, the second lifelink, then the other one is return to its owner's hand, and the other one is get +1, -1, or -1, +1 until end of turn. Nice! Genesis Chamber. Oh, that's a while. That's a cool card. Final pack. What's in here? I wonder. Will it be anything cool to... it's another one of these lands. Oh, very cool. We get the green and white one. So now I only need 2 more. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I certainly did. Let's just recap what we have here. Let's take a look at the mythics. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythics. And yeah, they're all pretty cool. Especially the first 2. They are amazing cards. Really. Jackpot right there. That's a really, really cool card. I love this one. Really, I do. And she wears armor like... Nah, it can't be Dominarian. Then we have another Brightling, and yeah, that's about it. And some cool stuff as well in the rare section. Yeah, this has been a real cool box. I've really had some fun with this. Finally. That's been a fun box. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.